We're back again, and we are ready to review a movie. Sorry, my shirt is unbuttoned. Alright, I bought 2 DVD copies of this film used, one at the thrift shop and one at Rasputin's World of Music on Sisk Road in Modesto. Those did not work, and I was waiting to find a VHS copy, and I waited about a month and a half, 2 months. Lo and behold, a thrifted VHS copy has appeared my way. The Color of Money, rated R, 1986, directed by one of my personal favorite directors, Martin Scorsese. I am taking this film on as a standalone because everyone wants to compare this to The Hustler, which Newman starred in as Fast Eddie in that film, and this is considered a continuation. So let's talk about this. The Hustler was originally a book written by this guy, Walter Tevis. In 1984, he wrote the direct sequel to The Hustler, which was a book made into a movie, black and white, starring Newman. And he pitched a screenplay to a bunch of studios. They said no, and then finally, Touchstone Pictures picked it up. They did not go with Tevis' direct sequel screenplay that he wrote. They instead went with this guy Richard Price's screenplay, which is considered more of an adaptation, not a direct sequel. And I am viewing this as a standalone movie. I mean, obviously there's it ties into the original guy, the Fast Eddie character. It's a different film. The Hustler is a black and white film. It's very noirish to me. Very dark, a very intense film. This movie is much more lighthearted, but it's got those awesome Scorsese shots that he liked to do in the 80s, like in the movie After Hours and maybe King of Comedy. I feel like a lot of the cinematography, I don't know if it was the same cinematographer. The cinematographer was Michael Ballhaus, and this movie had a $14.3 million budget, $14.5 million budget, shot on a 49-day shoot. It grossed $52.3 million at the box office, so it was pretty successful for the time, 1986. Shot on location in and around pool halls in the Chicago area, no sets. Like I said, I loved the fast editing and fast action of this film. Paul Newman won an Academy Award for Best Actor, and to me, Tom Cruise's performance was awesome as Vincent as well. And he just plays this really cocky young kid. Cruise as an actor is just very impressive. He likes to really get into his roles. He pretty much did 99% of all of his pool shots. He bought a pool table for his apartment, and he would practice pool for hours a day to be the real guy and all pretty much one of the main pool shots in the film. The pool cue that Fast Eddie gives Vincent in the film is worth mentioning. It is designed by a famous Russian pool cue maker called the Balabushka cue stick. It is considered the Stradivarius of pool sticks. I don't know anything about pool, but apparently it was too valuable to use a real one, so there was another one that was replicated to look like this really Stradivarius-like pool cue stick. It was beautifully made by hand by this Balabushka guy. There's lots of really good close-up shots that Scorsese had been inspired, and they edited in from these 1940s noir-type films from what I read. It's just a very good movie overall. Classic 80s soundtrack. Not too gratuitous. There was some sexual scenes, but nothing terribly offensive. I'm going to jump right into my review in this particular movie. Color of Money, 1986. I am 5 out of 5. And a lot of people get caught up in comparing it to the original. Again, different time. This is a color picture. The other one's black and white. We're talking 20 years apart, right? 25 years. I'm taking this as its own movie. I think it's a superb film. Enjoyable. Great cinematography. The ending was I didn't like how it ended, but it ended on it just ended and I wanted more, but I can see what they were doing with that. Rotten Tomatoes is kind of more on the 4s. I want to say 88%. IMDb also kind of probably in the 4s. 7 out of 10. And Google users are 84%. So overall, this is a well-received picture. Loved the performance of Newman. Loved the performance of Tom Cruise. Definitely one that will stay in the archives. What else did I want to add? That's pretty much it. The next film that I will be reviewing per my request from my buddy Ryan is the Kevin Costner Robin Hood film. So tune in next time as we tackle another video cassette. This time, Robin Hood. Until then, we'll see you later.